Thank you so much for joining me for another question and answer time. I am Pastor Lara Emmanuel, and let's get to the question. It reads, Dear Pastor Lara, I am a divorced woman and I have a child. My question is, can a divorced woman remarry after her divorce from her husband due to his infidelity and abuse? Well, although the Bible does not encourage divorce because it just was never part of God's plan for marriage. Marriage was supposed to last until death do apart. I know that there are some in the Christian faith that do not believe that a divorced person should ever remarry. However, there are circumstances in the Bible where divorce is permitted. First, in the Old Testament, God gave Moses permission to grant divorce certificates to people, and he specifically said why? Because of the hardness of their heart. So he permitted that in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, in Matthew chapter 19, verse 9, Jesus addressed the issue of divorce, and he said that divorce was permitted if a spouse commits sexual immorality that violates the marriage vows. It violates it. So he says that if a husband commits, if a spouse rather commits any sexual immorality that ends the marriage in a divorce, then the other spouse is free to remarry. In other words, if you were the faithful spouse and your husband was the one who committed adultery that ended your marriage in a divorce, according to scriptures, you are free to remarry. The issue of divorce was also addressed in 2 Corinthians chapter 7 by Apostle Paul. And in this time, he was actually addressing the issue of if a spouse becomes saved. So a person converts to Christianity and they become believers, and their unbelieving spouse decides to no longer dwell with them, does not want the faith, does not want to be a part of it, and decides to end the marriage, get a divorce. The Bible says that that Christian is now free to remarry, and they're no longer tied, they're no longer bound. That's what it says. It says they're no longer bound. I do want to encourage you not to rush into a second marriage, because marriage is a serious commitment and it should never be entered into lightly. Give yourself time to heal and make sure that you are ready and emotionally prepared for it. I encourage you to seek counseling from licensed clinical counselor or licensed pastoral counselor to help to deal with issues that may arise. Also, I do not want you to think that you have only few options. Don't ever think that you have just few options out there. And don't just settle for whoever comes next because it's a second marriage. Give yourself time to get to know this person. Give yourself time to find true love. There's still true love out there. And then watch out also for red flags. That's important. When you do find that man, I recommend that you both please make sure that you get premarital counseling from a licensed clinical counselor or a licensed pastoral counselor, because we are equipped to help to prepare you for marriage. You will be able to get the help that you need to deal with underlying issues that is not even obvious to the both of you yet. And these things can come up during premarital counseling. And also what premarital counseling will do is help you to connect in a deeper way, at a deeper level. It helps you to effectively learn how to communicate. And also through premarital counseling, you're going to learn problem-solving skills that will really, really help you in the marriage. Because you know what? Marriage, from time to time, problems will arise. And so when you are equipped to deal with it, it just helps and it makes it better. I want you to know that there are tools out there. And for that reason, I want to recommend that you get this book that I wrote. Is called God Made Marriage. It's a book that I co-wrote with my husband of over 27 years. We share the wisdom and the tools that we have used in our marriage over the years. And this is the book that we use to counsel all of our premarital clients and every marriage counseling that we do. We use it because it is just based on scriptures, and there are so much tools, experiences, and wisdom from our counseling, wisdom from our God Made Marriage retreats that we do every year. So it's really just loaded. I'm going to leave the link on the screen for you so you can get it. It's available on Amazon. You can get it on Kindle, or you can get the paperback copy of it. I pray that God grants you your heart's desire to remarry and that things work out well for you. Keep me posted and let me know how it's going. I want to thank everyone for joining me today and listening. And I also want to encourage you, if you have questions that you would like me to answer, you can DM me or inbox me, and I'll be sure to get to your question. Also, follow me on all the social handles and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I thank you so much for joining me today. See you next time. God bless you.